Hey, welcome back to Type 5 Reviews. Now I'm out here in the living room today because my wife says, hey, we need to do something about these nasty couches. And if you have kids or pets, you probably run into this issue like I have. Now, we've had this set of couches for probably 10 years and they have seen better days. I'll give you a close-up here in a second, but they are covered in spots from spills, greasy fingers, food, and I really need to try to clean these up. So instead of throwing them out and trying to buy a whole brand new set, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make these look brand new with a new toy that I picked up called the Bissell Little Green Machine. So let's go get it unboxed and I'll take you around the house and show you some areas that we're gonna try to test it out on today. And I'll show you how it works and tell you what I think. Now I'm over here at our dining room table, and as you can see from the close-up video, these seats and cushions have seen better days as well. Lots of stains, liquid that have been spilled, and that just happens when you have young kids. So we're going to try to remedy that along with the couches using this Little Green Machine by Bissell. Now I picked this up around the holidays for a little over $100. And you can find it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. But right out of the box, it comes pretty much all pre-assembled. You do have a clip in the front for your hose to attach to. And then on the back, there is a clip as well for the wand that just takes one Phillips head screw. So you screw that in place and then you can store the wand up right here. It comes with a few other extra attachments. One would be just the standard cleaning nozzle. From what I remember in the past, I used to have an older version of this Little Green Machine that I used for a while, and it had a much smaller bristle area, so it looks like they've upgraded that. But of course you could use your own separate scrubber if you want. You can remove the head by pressing this little button in the back, so you can clean this head out when you're done. It does have a separate attachment here to clean out the hose. So if you put this in place and then hold the hose up and press the trigger for the solution, it can fill that hose up and then you can dump it out and clean the hose that way. And of course this clips to the hose and you can store it. It does have a separate crevice tool that you can use to get into smaller areas where the solution will also spray out the end here. So that's kind of a nice addition if you need to use something like that. And of course they include their own spot and stain remover. Now they recommend with their vacuum to only use portable vacuum spot and stain cleaner, like their specific brand. You want to be careful using different types of cleaners. They might foam up or cause issues with the machine. Now the tanks itself are pretty easy to use. I've gone ahead and pre-filled up our cleaning solution tank. There are two markings on the tank. The smaller marking is what you fill the solution up to, and then once you fill it up at the bottom with solution, you can go ahead and fill up to the top water line mark the rest of the way with water. Of course, you can see this is not filled all the way. It does have a tube for venting up at the top, so don't fill this solution tube up all the way. And then over here on the other side, we have the dirty water tank. And so that has a fill line as well. You want to make sure that you're monitoring that as we're sucking up dirty water solution so that we can empty this out. And it's pretty easy to empty out. You just release the top here, pulls right out. You can dump it out, rinse this out if you'd like to, and then put it right back in and get back to cleaning. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean multiple areas here, give you some before and afters, and then some final thoughts so you can see if you want to pick up one for yourself. Now to use the vacuum, of course, we'll go ahead and turn it on. It's not too much louder than a normal vacuum. It does have some pretty good suction, and when you press this trigger, you should see that solution come out of the sprayer here. So we'll want to saturate this chair with our cleaning solution, and we can use our scrubber to work on those spots. Normally I want to spray and scrub down the chair first before I really focus on actually vacuuming up the remaining water from the surface. Then to actually suck up that water, make sure you're tilting this forward and run it slowly. You can see how much dirty solution it's grabbing from a specific area as you slowly pull it across the surface. You really want to try to suck up as much of that dirty solution as you can. Now, that's looking pretty good so far. We're going to have to wait for it to dry. It will take a while to dry because these cushions are still going to be fairly damp. You may want to make sure if you're using this on your carpets or a piece of furniture that might be a little bit more expensive, to use it on a less noticeable area just to kind of test the cleaning solution so that it doesn't discolor anything. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on the rest of this dining room furniture, and then we'll make our way over to the couches. Now, to give a little bit of perspective, I cleaned one dining room chair, one bench, and that one cushion on my living room couch, and that used up most of the cleaning solution. And I haven't even hit the halfway mark on my dirty water tank. Of course, the actual dirty water here is pretty nasty, right? So you could probably do 2 containers of cleaning solution for every one time that you have to empty out this dirty water tank. So I'm going to go ahead and continue cleaning around what I can, and I'm going to wait for the stuff that I've already cleaned to dry so I can give you a final comparison and let you know some final thoughts. Well, after the bench and chair have dried, I think these results really speak for themselves. Of course, you have the before scenario that we were dealing with on the left side here, and the right side is the result after using only what's come in the box with the little green machine. So I'm really impressed with how those have turned out. And of course, if we come over here to the couch, you can see our center cushion was that before scenario, and the armrest and this left cushion is what I've cleaned with the green machine. I would say with the bottle that you're given, you could basically do an entire couch or love seat before you need to go out and buy more solution, but I'm really happy with the way that this has turned out. And as always, if you found this video helpful, feel free to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reviews and how-tos in the future. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.